Hello, writers. Okay, so today when we go to write a persuasive piece of writing, we're going to focus on making sure we include the why in our writing. So what I mean by that is that anytime you are writing to convince someone of something or persuade them to do something, you always have to give them a reason. You have to tell them why you want that thing or why they should do that thing or stop doing that thing. You have to give a reason because that's the part that actually is going to convince someone that they should do the thing. So yesterday we talked about starting a new piece, and you are welcome to write a piece of persuasive writing asking someone for something. You could write a book review. You can write any of the things that we've talked about in this unit. But I gave the example of asking my neighbors to stop throwing garbage in this particular garden area that's down the street from where I live. So I want to remind you that the first part of our writing in this persuasive writing unit is telling what you're asking for, but the next three parts are going to be telling why. So here's my example that I started. So far, I started with, "Dear neighbors, I think you should stop leaving trash in this garden area." And I'm sort of envisioning hanging this up outside. Now, if I really do hang this up outside, it's going to get wet because when it rains or snows, my paper's going to get ruined and then it's going to turn into more trash. So I might never actually hang this up or pass it out to my neighbors. Like I've said before, the whole point is actually the writing of the piece, not actually trying to get the results from the thing that I'm asking. So far I've written, "I think you should stop leaving trash in this garden area." But if I don't tell my neighbors why I think they should do that, then they're probably never going to stop, right? So I have to think of what would be something that could convince these other people that they should stop. So one of the reasons why I think they should stop leaving trash on the ground is because it looks bad. So maybe if I remind them of that, maybe I can start to convince other people that they shouldn't leave it. Another reason is that I know that leaving trash on the ground is bad for the earth. So again, maybe if I remind my neighbors of that, then that will help them to start thinking about it and they'll stop leaving the trash. Another reason that I think is very convincing is that littering is illegal. It's against the law. So people really shouldn't do things that are against the law. So again, maybe if I remind the people that live around me of that fact, maybe that will convince them to stop. We are looking for three convincing reasons why someone should do something or stop doing something or give you something or let you do something. Remember, this is a persuasive writing unit, so we want to be as convincing as possible. If I just said, "Leaving trash on the ground is bad," that's true, but that's not really convincing. It's not going to encourage someone else to stop if I just say it's bad. I need to give it a little bit more detail than that. I can say, I wrote an example here. I can say that it looks ugly. That's a word that I thought had a lot of power, that people could really start to think about. Oh yeah, that's really not a good thing. When we use words that are a little bit more powerful than just good or bad, it helps people to really start thinking about what that word means. I wrote, "It's bad for the earth. Littering is against the law." And I drew a picture here. Now, I don't have a lot of colors here at my house. I don't have my regular colored pencils or my crayons. So I just drew a very simple picture, and I drew some trash and I crossed it out here just to get my point across. Now, like I said, I'm probably never actually going to go hang this outside on the corner because it will become trash in the end because it will probably get wet or fall down. But the point is that I'm writing a convincing argument about why someone should stop doing something. So just as a reminder, you are welcome to write a letter to someone asking them to give you something. Like maybe you want to eat more candy and you want to write a letter to your parents asking them to let you eat more candy. Or maybe you want to have a sleepover like me. Maybe there's a movie that you'd really like to watch, and so far your family has always said, no, we're not going to watch that movie. Or maybe there's something at your grandparents' house that you'd really like to do. My grandma a lot of times would let me sew with her if I asked her very nicely. So that could be something I could write a letter to my grandma saying, please let me sew with you, but then I'd have to give her 3 convincing reasons why. I wouldn't just say, it's fun. No, that's not a very convincing reason. A convincing reason would be something like, Grandma, I'd really like to sew with you because I'm looking forward to making clothes for my American Girl doll, and I really like your help. That's a lot beefier of a reason because I gave specific details that gets the other person to start thinking about why they should let you do that thing. Okay, so today you are going to spend 10 to 15 minutes writing, probably starting a new piece. Remember, you have all this writing paper in your binder, and you're thinking about how you can include 3 reasons why someone should let you do something or let you have something or stop doing something. I'll see you tomorrow for an editing lesson. Bye.